Hello, and welcome to The Lion Show. Today I want to talk to you about starting your coaching business. Now, I want to start first by letting you know that coaching is an incredible opportunity right now. See, we live in a world that is constantly changing, constantly going through transformations. And the best coaches position themselves to help people transform their lives. If it's a health coach, you're helping them go from sick to fit. If it's a business coach, you're helping them go from first to having a job to being an entrepreneur, or having 6 figures going to 7 figures, or having no spare time and no energy to fully energize and more time with their family, and so on and so on. But they're all transitions that people are going through that you're going to be coaching them to the next level. See, I'd say there's about 9 billion people or something like that on the planet. And I would think a very small percent, I'd say 10-20% of people actually have their shit together. So if you have one part of your life that you do better than anybody else, or one part of your life that you actually get results, that you actually do something and you see the value and you've done it for a long time, you can be a perfect coach. So today we're going to be talking about starting your coaching business. And I really want you to get excited. This is a great video. If you're watching it on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and like. If you're listening to it on the podcast, be sure to leave me a review or shoot me a message or something. So when we're starting our coaching business, the first thing we need to do is confirm with ourselves that we are going to do this, that we are going to be a coach. That's the number one thing. You have to announce it. You have to just own it. If you're going to be a coach, you're going to be a coach. If you want to genuinely help people and you're ready to do that and take that on, it's time to be a coach. Next, what I want you to do is think about all the value that you're going to be bringing in this coaching, right? The idea of giving somebody one-on-one connection and helping them get to that next level in their life, the value is actually tremendous if you know what you're doing and if you can actually execute and help these people get to where they want to go. So you have to think about the value in their eyes and the value for you, because when you're coaching, it's going to feel pretty good if you're working with the right clients and you're helping people and you're doing what you love and you're making money. These are all very important things, so start to think about that in your mind. But the real place that we start off our coaching journey and our coaching business is by creating our coaching packages. Okay, there's 5 steps to creating the perfect coaching package. There's the framework, there's how long and how often, there's what you should name it, and there's how much does it cost. So the framework. The framework is essentially what you're actually going to be doing once you get your first clients. The step-by-step process that you're going to go through with them. I recommend just thinking about your own journey, thinking about the steps, and really when you think about all the pain and all the things that you've gone through to get to where you are, that actually can turn into really great copywriting for your business. So keep that in mind. But think of all the framework of how you're going to take your clients from point A to point B and all the stops along the way. So when you're thinking about the framework, you maybe want to break it down week by week, phase by phase, result by result, and how they're going to achieve the results. The best thing you can do is to make these results attainable and relatively, I don't want to say fast, but happen soon so that they can see stuff. Because see, if you have a good client who has money and if they start getting results, they're going to want to keep paying you, and they're going to be happy. They're going to give you testimonials, which is going to turn into word of mouth, which is going to build your business. So the framework that you're going to take people through is exactly where you want to start. You really want to formulate it. You really want to make it like a science. You want to write about it every day until you really have a crystal clear journey that your customer is going to go on to get to the results. Number 2 is how long is your package going to take? I recommend doing like a 3-month package, 6-month package, and a 12-month package. All different prices. But how long is it really going to take your customer, your client, to get from point A to point B? With you coaching them, with you busting it out, with you hustling them, and telling them exactly what they need to get doing, what they need to do. Okay, so how long is each package going to do? How long is it going to take? And just think about how much time you're going to put into it, which is the next one, which is number 3, is how often are you going to actually be doing the coaching calls? Is it going to be like 30 minutes every week, an hour every other week? Is it going to be every day? When I do my coaching, I like to kind of be more hands-on because I teach a lot of technical stuff. So I teach people how to create freedom businesses, and I also teach people that are struggling to have a lot of time and they're not making as much money to get to the next level. But with the freedom business, I like to talk to them once a week, maybe twice a week, but they also have my phone number and they can text me any questions, and they send me a lot of messages, and then I make little videos and I send them back to them, kind of answering their questions, walking them through steps and things like that. So it's really a lot of give and take, but the bona fide calls I usually do is like an hour each week. That's basically kind of what I break it down to. But think about, for your lifestyle, what you want to do is how often do you want to do these coaching calls, and are you going to be giving a lot of assignments? Is it going to be very, in depth, or what do you want to do with your coaching package? And then the next one is, what should you name your coaching package? This goes back to the creating an irresistible offer. You want to find that magic bullet for your customers, that when they hear those words, that they just want it right away. So like, start a freedom business, start making money even when you're not working on your business, or hire a CEO for your company so that you can spend more time with your family and make more money, or lose 30 pounds in 2 months or something like that, But those aren't really names of packages. Those are what you're going to deliver. But you want to come up with a very clear, concise package of what it is that you offer and what the result is that they're going to get, so that when you're selling it to them, they know exactly what the package is. So start a freedom business. That's one of my packages. And when they hear that, they know, okay, so we're going to start a business. That's what we're going to do. It's going to make me money. We're going to set me free so I can live my life and still be making money. So think about the name of your business. And I always just write down as many crap ideas as I possibly can, and I just fill up the whole page with all of it, and then I just scratch out the ones that are bogus. And then I ask a few people, which ones of these do you like? And eventually somewhere in there I find the perfect name for my coaching packages. And then the final one is, how much does it cost? Trying to figure out how much it costs is usually what most people think of first. They're like, how much am I going to charge? Because we're all obsessed with money. And the money at this point kind of becomes irrelevant. So it basically breaks down to, what is your time worth? But really, how much value are you offering to your client? That's really important, because for them, if you solve their deepest desire, they'll pay anything to get that result. And that's really what you want to do with these coaching packages. But it all just depends. It's up to you how much you charge. And the thing that I've always learned in doing business and things like that is, whatever you put your mind on, if you search for that, you'll find it. So if you're trying to find a client to pay you $10,000 for your coaching business, then you really need to get laser focused on finding somebody that'll pay you $10,000 for your coaching packages. If you're trying to find somebody to pay you $300, whatever. But what I've found in life is that whatever we search for, if we search with enough focus and enough determination, you will find it. You'll find that person. So this is very important. So how much does it cost? Those are the 5 elements of starting your online business coach. That's your package. And your package is essentially what you're going to be delivering, what you're going to be offering, what you're going to be pitching, and what you're going to be doing for your coaching business. And this is how it can really become a business, because once you have that framework down and you start to run your coaching business, and you start pushing clients through and you start getting results, then you can go from one-on-one coaching to teaching groups of coaching to selling courses, and you can come up with this framework to take people from A to B with your incredible coaching. Now, what happens after we come up with our package? Well, after you come up with your package, I recommend that you just go from 0 to 1. You get that first paying customer. You find that person, you figure it out, You ask all your friends, you call everybody up, and you say, I'm doing this now, and I really want to find somebody. And when you truly decide you're going to become a coach, so a few practices that I recommend is coaching every day. Wake up in the morning and find somebody to coach. Obviously, coaching is a skill. Coaching is something that you're going to get better and better at, but you have to start somewhere. So you might as well start by coaching every day. Whether you just write out a sales letter of coaching, whether you call one of your friends, whether you put it on Facebook that you're trying to find somebody to coach, whether you go into these other groups with other coaches and you coach, or you go on YouTube and you coach, anything that can really get the coaching blood going. Because what you really want to do is show that you truly care about your product. So first you got to make the package. And I remember Steve Jobs did an interview, and they were asking him all these questions, and they asked him this question. They asked him, Steve, you've created so many products that have revolutionized, our lives and the world. What is your secret to creating incredible products? And Steve Jobs said, well, you really have to just care. And coming from anybody else, that could be, kind of loosey-goosey, but coming from Steve Jobs, saying, the secret to incredible products is that you just have to care, is so powerful. And it's very important for your coaching business. Because if you genuinely care about helping your clients, if you genuinely care about getting results, making a difference in the world, doing what it is that you want to do, then that's all you need, really. You can go out there with all that fire and you just start doing that. You start showing up saying, I really care about this. Who wants to change their lives? So that's incredibly important. So you have to coach every day, and you have to genuinely care, and then you always have to be studying, and you always have to be learning, and you always have to be improving and getting better. So after you've created your business package, there are a few different things that you need to do. Again, I would get one paying customer so that you have closed the gap and got that first customer. And then what you need to do is, if you're serious and you're ready to start this real coaching business, you need to get your LLC or start a corporation or a solo, whatever you want to do, doesn't matter, but you want to go to your state and get registered. I highly recommend, I think it's called Zen Business. They help you set up an LLC, they help you get all set up, or a corporation, whatever you're trying to do. And you have to basically, first before that, you have to figure out the name. I recommend that you start with your name and start really building a personal brand. But if you're not into that, and if you want to just start like a real business, like I am, I started Entrepreneurs Coach, and it's entrepreneurs.coach if you want to go there and check it out. It's really cool. And that's going to be my brand, but I'm also starting my personal brand, which is Robert R. Lyon, and that's just my life coaching, because I have a lot to offer, but I really want to focus on helping entrepreneurs first. So I really did start this brand, but it's also because I want to rank it organically, because that's kind of what I do. I'm a marketer, I do SEO, and I felt like ranking entrepreneurs.coach would be a lot easier because it's all concise, it's on one topic, it's a beautiful brand, it's going to be coming together really nicely, and I can still create different funnels on Robert R. Lyon for different kinds of coaching packages that I want. So you see what I did there, but I recommend you pick one. I know I don't really help you pick one, but I would recommend getting a personal brand first. Build yourself your personal brand, and then go from there. Once you have your name, you got to get the domain. So if you're trying to get your name, get your name.com, or put a hyphen, or add a the, or add a big, or add a awesome, or add a coach, any of those things, so that you can get a real short, powerful domain, or short with your name. Like I had to put my middle initial in my robertrlyon.com coaching website just because that's what was available. I didn't get there quick enough, but I got the .com. I like .coms more than I like other stuff, but entrepreneurs.coach, that just sounded pretty awesome, so I bought that one too. So whatever it is, get the domain, get the name, and then go and start a corporation or get an LLC or one of those, but you really just want to get the piece of paper that gives you an IEN number so that you can open up a bank account, so that you can start putting all that money you're going to be making from coaching in that bank account, so you can keep your finances in order and in check. Okay, after you have done that, then you really want to set up a funnel. Okay, so there's quite a few different funnels. All of them probably work if you put your focus in. It just depends on what you're comfortable with. Now, the most amazing thing about coaching nowadays is we can just do it on the internet. We can use Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, podcasts, whatever you really want to do. The most important thing, though, is creating your irresistible offer so you know what you're offering and you know who you're going to be offering it to. That's kind of what we're getting to next is you want to create your customer avatar. Again, if you're trying to find $10,000 or $50,000 clients, then that needs to be your focus, and it's going to be different than trying to sell to someone for $100 or $500 for your coaching packages. But you really want to get crystal clear on exactly who you can help the most and what their pain points are and what you can offer them. Because if you can start to write copy or write Facebook posts or whatever it is, and sales letters that really hit the pain points or hit the transformation that you're going to be delivering in your coaching, then you're going to start having customers raise their hands automatically. And they're going to start to want to come and work with you, and they're going to start wanting to learn more from you. Coaching is a great way to start making money because you can really do it in as soon as like 2 days or 5 days. You can really get it all set up and going, and then it just is up to you how much fire you can put into it and how serious and how focused you can get on generating more customers. Now I'm going to go into some marketing ideas and organic ways for you to start generating traffic and start getting coaching leads, because when you're starting a business, I really don't think anybody should be taking out loans right away or doing anything until you have a solid way of getting organic coaching clients or organic clients. Here's just a few tips so that you can start getting free clients. I say free, but you got to put in the time, you got to put in the work. So number one is you really need to get masterful with your copy. Copywriting is an incredible skill and possibly the most important skill for anything that you're doing as a marketer. But more important than that is marketing with your life. So make sure that what you're putting out into the universe expresses who you really are. So don't have any party pictures on your Facebook. Amp your Facebook profile up, your LinkedIn profile up, make it look crisp, make your banner say exactly what kind of coach you are and what kind of packages you have. And then what an organic thing that is working really well for me and can work really well for you is wake up every morning and write a new piece of copy. I'm going to be going into a very in-depth copywriting course for you guys coming up, so be sure to stay tuned for that, but let's just talk into a basic one right here. So what's really working is you basically wake up every day and you write a nice piece of copy. Okay, I'm going to read just kind of a breakdown of how this works to you from my phone, and this is kind of what I do every morning. So it starts with an attention-grabbing headline. So attention-grabbing headline. How do you get clients from your post? As you're reading this or as you're listening to this, you might think it's impossible, but if you keep on listening, I'll show you a concept called the slippery slope. This method makes it easy to get high-paying clients every day. If you don't learn this one technique, you're going to struggle like a mofo when writing posts like this, because people will stop paying attention before you ever get the chance to make your point. It's super powerful in your posting to get clients. Wait for it. Are you still here? Good. Here's the secret. Give your readers a reason to keep reading by keeping the carrot out in front of them. Spell out a reward in the beginning of the post, then drag on the potential benefits and pitfalls, whether they do or do not use the thing you're teaching. This is an example of a slippery slope. Feel free to refer back to this post template, and if you want to learn more, comment down below. So that's what I call the slippery slope method. So you make a attention-grabbing headline, and then you start with a big promise or a big ask. You keep the carrot in front of them so that they keep reading each sentence, right? And then at the end, you make your pitch, or you say, DM me for if you want some more information. But you wake up and you write a small little piece of copy every single day, all right? Or if you want to get really hardcore, which I really like doing, is I write 30 days of writing 30 sales letters. I know nobody's going to do that, but if you really want to get good at copywriting, for 30 days, write a sales letter every single day. But you want to write the Facebook post, you want to make an offer, and you essentially want to make it a slippery slope so that every paragraph that you write keeps the reader reading. Keeps reading. So, like something would be like, the attention-grabbing headline is be like, I lost 30 pounds in 20 days. Do you want to learn how to? Well, if you stick around and listen to what I'm doing or blah, 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 and you keep dropping the carrot, and then at the bottom you say, well, if you want to learn more, contact me. And people will start to reach out. And you don't want to be too spammy because, you want to just keep it going and keep it light, but you're going to get better and better and better at writing these posts and putting them out there. And you can put them out there on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. You can make a little Instagram picture. You can do it on Pinterest. Like whatever you want to do to get creative. You can send email blasts. You can make a video. You can make a podcast every day giving your pitch. Whatever it is. But you just get really good at clarifying what you're offering to your people. And you make it in your profile, you make it on your Facebook page, your LinkedIn page, what you're doing, and eventually people are going to start raising their hand, right? And they're going to start sending you messages, Facebook messages, emails, texts, whatever it is. And what you can do from there is you can start to offer them your packages and let them know you're available. You don't want to go too salesy, but you just want them to know what your packages are. This is working incredibly well. The next step is you write one of those every day, and then you go into these Facebook groups where your potential customers are. And you start to do these things, what I call loaded posts. A loaded post is something that has emotion attached to it. Just a simple question or a simple conversation starter that gets people involved. And what you can do is with these loaded posts is just ask a question, tell a story. One that worked kind of well for me was I went into a marketing thing and I said, I just lost my best client. What do I do? And I didn't really lose my best client. But I put that in there. And then I got tons of comments, tons of people asking, well, you do this or this or this or blah, blah, blah. Or that's a negative one. Or you go in there and you say a positive one. And you're like, oh, I just got a $50,000 client. If you want to know how I did it, or I guess that doesn't ask a question. But if you're a health coach, go into a health group on Facebook and just ask like, what's your favorite kombucha? Or just start posting stuff in there every single day. And when you get better at writing these loaded posts that get tons of comments, you're going to realize that people are going from these groups, looking at the comment, answering it, they're clicking on your profile, they're going to your profile and seeing, oh, she's a coach, she does this, and then she's going to read one of your posts, which is going to be your pitch. And the other thing that's really incredible is when you start doing this in a bunch of Facebook groups where you go in there and you write these loaded questions, is you're going to start getting attention in the Facebook group. And if your post gets more comments and more likes, it's going to be at the top of the Facebook groups. And when that happens, the Facebook algorithm is going to be realizing that whenever you post in this group or post on Facebook, you are the one that causes a lot of engagement. And engagement is what the algorithm wants because it keeps people on Facebook. Keeps them happy. So once you become a source of the algorithm that creates engagement, every time you post in these Facebook groups, yours is going to be going to the top, which is going to get you a lot more views, which is going to get you a lot more conversations. The cooler thing is when you have one of these loaded questions or one of these copywriting posts that gets a lot of engagement and a lot of conversation, you can make a video out of that and put it on YouTube or put it back on Facebook. And because you already know that video is something that your customers or that people in your niche are really interested in, and it can generate a lot more conversations and a lot more DMs and a lot more clients, and you can start to nitpick who you talk to, who you pitch to, and what you do just by creating this system of organic traffic on Facebook and all this other stuff. Now that's just one idea, but that's what really starts and really helps people in the beginning when they're trying to get coaching clients and they're really, or just any kind of clients or any kind of customers. This is a really good formula to get going. Now, the next ones that I'm going to talk about are a little bit more hardcore, and I'm super excited about it. So I'm actually doing a case study on it. So entrepreneurs.coach, I'm going to rank organically in Google for my niche. That's going to mean free traffic, something like 2,000 visitors per month for free coming to my coaching website. And my funnel for that one is essentially I have to write a lot of content, or I have to really focus on the key pain points that entrepreneurs have or business owners have. And these 5 pieces of content that I'm going to write has to be done really well, but that's all I'm going to write. I'm going to have 5 immaculate pieces of content that truly resonate with my clients. Then I'm going to spread them all over the freaking internet. And if they're all going to come back to my website where I have people apply to work with me, right now it's just pick a time and schedule a discovery call. But I'm building the application because I really am tired of talking to bums, tire kickers, and I really just want to focus on the true meat and potatoes of my clients that really could use my help and really want to grow and build their businesses. So the funnel essentially is run lots of ads and rank it organically, and then have the person either book a discovery call or fill out an application. And what I'm working on to get more engagement is I'm building an incredible free course for entrepreneurs. So look out for that in the future. And I'm offering it for free and trading for their email. And then I'm going to have my email kind of take them through a sequence where I express, who I am. I tell them my story. I tell them how I help entrepreneurs, and then they buy. So essentially, there's the application, and then there's the lead magnet that are going to go to conversations, that are going to go to emails, that are going to go to becoming a client for me. The other version is you create a webinar, and I really love this, and I'm doing this on a separate one. This is going to be for the Robert R. Lyon. So you basically go in, and first you have to opt in for the training or the webinar or whatever it is, so you get your email, and then there's like a 45-minute video doing your whole pitch. You've already been writing a lot of copy, so you're going to know your story, and you make an incredible video offering, and below they'll have your packages and they'll have a time to book a call. But the main thing is that you have that quality opt-in where you make people put their email in, because if they don't become somebody right away, then you can send them email after email after email to join your coaching packages, join your Facebook group, subscribe to your YouTube, listen to your podcast, get on the Facebook group, whatever it is that you're trying to grow as you're building your coaching community. It's very important that first you get the email though. So there's two methods that I am currently using that are going to be working like gangbusters. The other one, of course, is create an audience, start a YouTube channel, start a podcast, start delivering lots of value, which is what I'm also doing. And these are all going to start to generate you more and more customers the more you put yourself out there and the more you get laser focused. So what we're really learning in this free course of Let's Become Millionaires is how to create one ad, one Facebook ad or YouTube ad, one funnel, which is going to be the opt-in in either the application or the video, and one follow-up. And that's really, really crystal clear actions that you can take. One ad, one funnel, one follow-up. And it does take a lot of work though, because you have to work on mastering how you're going to be communicating. You have to master on selling. You have to master on your clear focus of your package. But it's all things that you can do in a weekend if you just get really serious about starting your coaching business. So I really want you to think about this and understand what I'm saying. One ad, one funnel, one follow-up. Okay, so that's the next phase after you have made it to like 10K with just Facebook messaging and LinkedIn messaging and stuff like that, or if you really want to build it up. Okay, and then the final one is what I was talking about earlier, which is creating a real brand, ranking it on Google, making it something, and then just like blasting it with traffic and doing as much as you possibly can. And the other one that really works really well is once you have your package, you have your irresistible offer, is you could just go on a whole bunch of podcasts. That's like the easiest one to start getting clients. You just go on podcast after podcast after podcast, telling them what you do, telling them your story, offering your coaching packages with them coming back to the application or watching your webinar, and boom, you didn't have to spend any money on ads. You're getting tons of traffic. You just have to put in the dedication and talking to a bunch of people on Zoom, which people are probably already doing in this goddamn pandemic. So there's a lot more that I want to talk about coaching, but I think that's a good start for today without scrambling your brains. So thank you so much for watching. Go to entrepreneurs.coach if you want to sign up for my coaching packages, where I offer the Freedom Business Package and the 10X Your Business Package, where we basically take you where you're at and we 10X what you're doing and we multiply everything that you've going on. The Freedom Business is for any entrepreneur that's starting a business that really wants to break ahead and have definite success by creating a business that once you get it going and once it's started will make you money without you being there. These are incredible packages, incredible coaching from yours truly. So I'm a little bit biased because I'm awesome. But I would love to see you in there, and if not, I'd love to see you on the next one. So be sure to like, subscribe, hit me up on Facebook, get the free book and the free course, Let's Become Millionaires, all that good stuff. Talk to you guys later. Peace.